The cake said, "Congrats on coming out," in neon frosting, and my face did that thing where it forgets how to be a face. I stared at it, then at the rainbow confetti, then at my friend Talia, beaming like she'd just organized a surprise proposal. "I knew you just needed a push," she whispered. "Everyone's here to support you." Except I wasn't coming out. I'm a guy who dates women. I told Talia that, calmly, repeatedly, in complete sentences. But she'd built a whole storyline anyway, that I was in denial, that my resistance was proof, that I needed her to rescue me from my own words. One word check, yikes, or rage. It didn't start with a cake, it started with little ambushes. At parties, Talia would steer me toward her gay friends and introduce me like a mystery box. "This is Eli. He's figuring things out. Be patient with him." If I corrected her, she'd laugh it off. See? Defensive. Classic. If I said no to a number exchange, she'd do it anyway. I'd wake up to texts from strangers. "Hey, Talia said you wanted to grab drinks?" And when I got upset, she'd act wounded. "I'm being supportive," she'd say. "Society makes you repress things." Then she escalated. She signed me up for a local singles mixer under my name and emailed me the confirmation like it was a dentist appointment. When I opened it, the theme line read, "Men meet men night." I confronted her. She accused me of being homophobic for rejecting men just because they're gay. She told mutual friends I was on a journey and needed them to give me space. Meanwhile, I was spending my energy cleaning up a mess I never made, trying to prove I hadn't lied to anyone. And the most exhausting part, the more I insisted on my actual identity, the more she treated it like evidence against me. So I stopped arguing facts with someone addicted to a narrative. I tried something else. Not revenge, not humiliation, a mirror. I started responding to her certainty with the same tone she used on me. Calm, pitying confidence. When she mentioned her roommate Nora, I said, "You two are really close." Talia shrugged. "We're friends." "That's exactly what people say when they're scared," I replied, dead serious. Her eyebrows shot up. "What?" I kept it gentle. "I'm just supportive. You'll tell us when you're ready." She laughed at first, until I did it again. And again, always in private, always without dragging strangers into it. I didn't give out her number. I didn't set her up. I simply let her hear her own logic played back. The change was subtle but immediate. Her smile would tighten, her posture would stiffen. She'd start explaining herself the way I had. One word, if you've ever felt your boundaries get treated like a debate topic. Tired. The breaking point came at a brunch with friends when Talia, as usual, updated everyone on my supposed secret life. "He's still not ready to admit it," she said with a sigh, like she was narrating a documentary. I put my fork down. "Talia," I said evenly, "I've told you who I am. You don't get to rewrite that because you think it makes a better story." She rolled her eyes. "Why are you so pressed?" "Because you crossed lines," I said. "You used my photos. You spoke for me. You turned my life into a project." The table went quiet. Then I added, "And now you know how it feels. Because you didn't like it when I suggested you might have feelings for Nora. Remember how you said, 'Stop labeling me'?" Talia's face drained. "That's different." "It's not," I said. "Identity isn't something you assign to people. Support means listening, not pushing." She opened her mouth, closed it, then finally looked ashamed. "I'm sorry," she said, voice smaller. "I thought I was helping. I got weirdly fixated. I won't interfere again, I promise." I nodded. "Good." She exhaled like she'd been holding her breath for months. Then she pulled me into a quick hug, shaky with relief. And that's when my impulse control betrayed me, in the gentlest way. I leaned in and whispered, "The funny thing is, I am interested in someone who isn't strictly into men." She pulled back, confused. I met her eyes, held them. The realization landed slowly, like a door closing without a slam. Satisfying payoff. No more setups, no more journey speeches, no more strangers texting me like I'd agreed to a life I didn't choose. Just peace, plus one complicated truth finally out in the open. Comment one word, boundary or bold. Then share your own story of someone insisting they knew you better than you knew yourself, because the fastest way to kill a friendship is to treat a person like a problem to solve.